Happy holiday season's greetings and what is up? This is Press X Start, Season 5, Episode 47. Press X Start Podcast is the audio and video podcast seeking to transform the the video game media landscape through an underserved and protected point of view. Restore justice for the underrepresented programmers, developers, and consumers. I am your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka Do You Know Who Deborah Wilson is? I think some people on the cast should know.
Yes.
But if you, yes, right. She.
Well, the question is, do you know Deborah Wilson before she started showing up in video games?
Actually,
Yes.
no, but
Oh,
apparently
okay,
I.
know that.
Yeah, apparently I did. So
Yeah, she was on
here's
Mad
the thing.
TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she's also famous because she got caught in one of the best Press X's Start memes happening now. If you haven't checked it out, if you watched the Video Game Awards while she was playing, or while she was doing her Amanda Walker?
Amanda Waller impersonation.
Waller.
And the
I was
the
close.
continual body shaming of Amanda Waller continues. That woman used to be a beautiful plus size woman, and then the CW made her skinny, and then everyone's followed suit. It's incorrigible. It's terrible.
Yes, if you happen to watch the Game Awards, you might have heard a voice in the crowd saying "Yes, ma'am" to her as she was talking her thing. That person, guys, was Marcus. My man, our man, Marcus, is actually, forever. What is it? Forever immortalized. Yes, in the whatever. Anyways, that's cool. Anyways, but she also did other things. I literally cherry picked some things because I looked at her rap sheet and it is like so long. So as you know, she is going to be in Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League as Amanda Waller. She was also in Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Yeah.
She's also in Marvel's Avengers. Didn't know that, as Okoye. She was in Bugsnax as Shelda Smellywag. That's a name. And Cobb Hopper. That's also a name.
You forgot she was also in Jedi Fallen Order. Is that on your
Oh, no,
list?
I was about to get to that.
I like to
Yeah.
ignore her appearance in Jedi Fallen Order because
What?
that
I liked her.
that's one of the worst character models I've ever seen in my entire
Oh yeah,
life.
she did have a bug eyes. She did have bug eyes.
Oh my gosh. That was the thing. But this one surprised me. She was also Kit in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, wait, what? So yeah, props to her as she is continuously doing that thing. But that is me, and that is Deborah Wilson. How about you guys?
I am Sean MF Ross.
Ooh, what the MF stand for?
Why don't Santa come to the ghetto?
You got a point. No, dang it.
Also,
You got a point.
I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. But that's probably just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Oh, we don't got running water up here. What is this? Who else is here?
Jordan, aka JX Spot, aka Spartan 187.
Oh, okay.
He must be from Baltimore. Surely.
NWA team. Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, I just saw Jeff Hardy with somebody, and Jesus Christ.
A wrestler?
Yeah, like I guess he's in AEW, but somebody on another Discord server that I'm on like posted a picture with him like side by side. I'm like, God damn, that's Jeff Hardy? But I remember when they first came into the WWE like in the late 90s, and it's just like
Matt and Jeff Hardy. Oh yeah.
My man looks old, yo.
Oh, I would imagine.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, moving on.
Last up.
Hey, you there in the hoodie.
Oh yeah, it's Avery.
Nailed it. All right. That is who we are. This podcast, what we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk some more about Halo, of course, because Halo is a thing that's happening. Apparently, people are playing it. We have a Spartan on the cast. we're going to be talking about this Splinter Cell game. Splinter Cell, right?
Splinter Cell or Splinter Cell?
Yeah, it is
I
Splinter
don't
Cell.
know.
I
Is it
thought that
Splinter
was
Cell?
I
Okay.
thought that was the
Yes.
blood version.
Yeah, and then a Sam Fisher guy. I don't know. There's things that we're gonna talk about, and I need some clarification on this Splinter Cell thing because, as far as I know, Cell's own Splinter. And then
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm just making stuff up. I'm riffing.
Cells
I'm riffing
divide,
'cause
my guy.
I'm trying to figure out things that we're gonna be talking about. And then we're gonna have a conversation about Forspoken's character Faye and why it's all kinds of messed up.
Oh, we sure will.
Get your quesadillas ready.
And why you should be on the right side of history. But after, before we get to that, let us jump into what we have been playing. Oh, wait, hold up. Actually, before we do that, now let's jump into what we've been playing. Let's go. All right, you guys have been doing some Haloing.
Avery, I'll let you go first.
Actually, you should go first because I've already talked a bit about Halo.
All right. So in the past on the podcast throughout the year, I was talking about how I was going through the gauntlet again to make sure I have a clear point of reference of where this next Halo game would land in my sequence, in my hierarchy of Halo titles. This includes Halo Reach, Halo 1, Halo 2, 3, 4, 5, Halo 3 ODST. I played all of them back to back in chronological order. So
Nice.
This is, in summary, a game I put near Halo 3 and Halo 2. In terms of them embodying what made Halo great, it took them 2 games to fucking do it, which is depressing. It took them 2 games. It took them many years. And when I kept on saying Joseph Staten, he is one of the original, like the pantheon of the Halo 3 as a series in terms of creation. Like while going from game to game, like starting with Reach, I was able to see how the series has developed in terms of what was added, what was removed, how the multiplayer is differentiated. In my opinion, Halo 5 had a fairly strong multiplayer, which Halo 3 did get right. But one thing people, at least in terms of Halo fans, were fairly interested in this new age of multiplayer, of first-person shooter, is a solid campaign. I don't know how they did it, especially how Halo 5 ended, but they brought it back. They got back to the allure of Halo. Because in Halo 4 and in Halo 5, not once did you step on a ring. Halo 3 didn't even step on a ring. Halo 3, you were back on the Ark essentially, which is the place where the Halos were created essentially. If I were to describe Halo's campaign, it's basically the second level of Halo Combat Evolved, being the silent cartographer, and that was the level that brought Halo to a new conversation in terms of what a first-person shooter is. Essentially, like the quote-unquote freedom you had in that level is basically Halo Infinite quintupled. In terms of gameplay, guns feel great. They feel responsive.
What's your favorite gun?
The pistol. The pistol's my favorite.
Really? So it's really good?
The pistol, this pistol is a weird mix between the original Halo pistol, which is one of the most dangerous weapons in first-person shooter time, and also a mix between that and Halo 2's pistol. Halo 2 was when, for some reason, Bungie wanted to go the quote-unquote practical route when it comes to guns. It's when they first introduced the battle rifle, essentially, which is back. The DMR has been taken away. The DMR, which was introduced in Halo 4, has been replaced by a full auto, like this weird full auto rifle they have going here called, I've got the Claymore or something like that. They replaced a shotgun with an automatic shotgun, essentially. Well, a shotgun that feels automatic in terms of how quickly you can, you can shoot off rounds with it.
It's the Judge from Valorant.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played Valorant.
Right.
That's my point of reference.
But in terms of the narrative, it's slowly unraveling. like we are dealing with a fairly weathered chief. The same way Marcus Phoenix was in Gears 4. Like, what do you want from me? I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? But he's not well, there are moments to which you do feel sympathetic towards Master Chief, who continues to see so many people around him die, but he continues to just carry on this burden of protecting humanity. And there was a exchange between him and the pilot, who's kind of okay. I like the weapon as a character starting to, like grow on me essentially.
Really?
But there is
and for context, the weapon is not Cortana.
Well, I didn't know that yet.
No,
is that official?
No, what I'm saying is that because I'm as early as you in the game, but her character looks and sounds exactly like Cortana, so you would be confused to think, "Oh, it's Cortana's back." No, that's why I'm saying it's not Cortana.
Yeah, she is quote unquote a dumb AI, which is only made for a specific purpose, while Cortana was an advanced AI, who was probably made by Forerunner Tech and all this shit.
And the weapon is modeled as a woman,
No,
right?
Cortana was specifically made by Halsey.
Right? Yeah. No, she was made by Halsey using Forerunner technology that they found under sword base in Halo Reach.
Yeah, that is true.
And so, like, she's very quote unquote impressionable, or she's still trying to figure out why things are happening, since she only has like one purpose in life. So there was an exchange between him, Master Chief.
Are you telling me that Master Chief is explaining the world to the weapon?
No, Master Chief is like he is a individual of very few words, and
figure it out the weapon.
The pilot was like, "Yo, I got a fucking family. We gotta get the fuck out of here." He's like, why do you keep on doing this? Like, why do you keep on fighting Master Chief? He's like, "Hey man, that's all I know." Like, it's the way he said it. It's the way he said it, which was like half. Why are you asking me this? But like, it wasn't like defeatist. It was like, this is what I was made for. I know nothing else. Because he was like Spartan 2 and all that.
I have no transferable skills, my guy.
Exactly. But I'd say I'm about 2/3 in. I'm collecting as much as I can. Getting all the Spartan cores and stuff like that. And in terms of the suit upgrades, I am enjoying the grapple hook. In terms of how to use it in certain situations. Like, you will get fucked up in this game if you think that you're going to survive an encounter with like 6 people. Like if you're playing on heroic, like you have to plan each encounter essentially. Like in terms of power, like that. That's one thing Halo was also good at, was having a hierarchy in terms of enemies. Like you do have the drones, you do have the elite enemies, you do have the juggernaut enemies, like the fucking hunters and shit. And
what difficulty are you playing on?
I'm currently playing on normal.
Okay.
I'm gonna play on heroic after normal, but even on normal, it can give you some work because like you have to do an effective job at prioritizing which enemies are going to cause you the most trouble. Even grumps can fuck you up if they get a sticky grenade on you or they suicide themselves on you. Like, your health can go down fairly quickly. Yeah. And the suit technology feels good with the thrusters and the grapple hook and the sensor array is good, because there are, like, you will run into cloaked enemies. Like, there were instances to which I found a location that seemed fairly deserted, but it was filled with nothing but elites with energy swords that were cloaked. So I had to like put the sensor thing down because they were mad quiet. I'm like, I started hearing footsteps. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers are cloaked. So yeah, the sensor grenade works, and that's my take on the campaign. This is possibly the best Halo since Halo 3. And the multiplayer, I'm working through the multiplayer right now. They added Team SWAT, which is my favorite mode, and that is also very fun. So the multiplayer and single player are aces right now, and it's winning a good amount of awards for the right reasons.
Yeah, I think IGN made Forza's Game of the Year or Halo.
Yeah, they made Forza.
Yeah. They made Forza's Game of the Year, but Game Informer made Halo its Game of the Year.
Yeah,
and Halo was the VGA's Player's Choice of the Year.
Yes, all those things. All right, Avery.
What's your update on Halo? Working my way through Halo's campaign. My feelings from the last time I talked about it haven't really changed. All my sort of issues with the game, mostly of my own design, still remain. That being said, a minor update. I'm enjoying the grappling hook more, but it's not the traversal item, a piece of equipment that I want it to be. But I found mechanical situations in which to use it more. Once again, when this game decides to be Halo, it's like one of the best like first-person shooter campaigns I've ever played. Like when I'm traversing through its open world, I'm bored and I have no interest in doing anything. I just want to get to the campaign. And then when I get to the campaign sessions, I'm like, well, yeah, this feels like Halo. I'm really enjoying this. I just wish that there was nothing between these big sections of like meaty, linear, like focused gameplay sections. I wish there was nothing in between them, but there is, and I just have to deal with it. I'm fine. I've unlocked more and more of the Spartan equipment. I have gotten kind of annoyed by the fact that rather than mechanically map all of these abilities to your character so you can use them in Junction, it's now you have to pick and choose a piece of equipment to use at the given time, which
on a
D-pad, which I find incredibly cumbersome, especially when some of them are movement based.
Yeah, I agree.
Because essentially, Jordan's talking about fighting elites. The first time you fight cloaked elite, they give you the Spartan core for the threat detector, which is the advanced HUD that allows you to see cloaked enemies. And before that, I've been just playing with the grappling hook and spending ages to get used to the grappling hook, and then combining the two is not easy. And then as you keep getting more and more stuff, it's like, oh, this is weird. I think, how do I say this? I don't know how they would have done it. I think this is a victim of them trying to make the single player and multiplayer uniform. In that, because in the multiplayer, all these armor abilities you can do in the campaign are pickups, and they're special equipment. Like here's a button, you press to trigger it. But in the game, you kind of want the freedom to use them all on the fly easily.
Yeah.
That
balancing issue seems very similar to what Destiny had to deal with between single player and multiplayer.
Yeah. Well, I think with them,
not in the exact way, but just the fact that like you have these strong weapons in single player, but they have to nerf it a bit for the multiplayer and so on and so forth.
It's I still have my narrative hangups in that I think this is the best told Halo story, but as I'm so far in the game, I'm not. I think this game trying to ape the feel of Halo 1 has made the narrative kind of how do I say this? It doesn't have this. It doesn't have the surprise of Halo 1's campaign. So
Halo 2's campaign too. Halo 2 campaign has some pretty big reveals.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm enjoying the game. I like Halo Infinite. I'm not loving it, and I'm hoping that as I get further into the campaign and they start doing more with Master Chief, I think it's one of my bigger issues with its narrative, in that for all of 5 issues, character wasn't. It was actually the first Halo where the character of John 117 had agency in the things he did, because instead of just being, I'm always looking for the next fight, I'm following the mission parameters and stuff. And so I'm really interested in hopefully that this game picks up some of those character threads going forward with this one. Because so far early on, I'm still in the I gotta go to the next mission, I gotta complete the next objective. The weapon is the quote unquote character really in this narrative interaction. I'm hoping there's more to that going forward. Yeah, I'm enjoying Halo. I'm not in love with it, and I think that's why I haven't beaten it by now.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that is our Halo talk, and next up we are going to talk about Returnal. But before we do that, hey there, listener, how you doing? If you've been enjoying this episode and you're having a good time of us talking about the Halos and the grappling hooks and the funnies.
You can say Halo. You can say Halo plural. There's a whole bunch of those fucking dumbass rings out there. They can just destroy the universe.
We ask that you do us a quick solid. Can you please hit the like button under this video, and then right next to it, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that notification bell. If you do those three things, that would be very helpful to us, and we would appreciate that to the fullest. Remember, it's the holidays. It's the season of pressing those three buttons and
That's
getting
all we're
your
asking
friends
for
devices.
Christmas.
What?
I said that's all we're asking for Christmas.
What,
Yeah.
new subscribers?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Put them in our
Yes.
stockings.
Hey,
Wait,
you will be in a place filled with potential subscribers for us. Please do it. Steal all their phones and just
Now
hit the
I
button.
need you to run that back. Hey, Jordan, you said the Halos can destroy the universe?
Yeah, multi-times over.
Yeah.
Well, all
They're-
organic life. All
they're-
organic life.
They are a weapon system designed to. Okay, Halo lore. The Flood is a parasitic race that the Forerunners could not deal with, and so instead of doing something using super science to fight the issue, they decided let's just make a giant gun, put it all around the universe, and just trigger it and wipe out all life. So the Flood
It's
can't
kinda-
spread.
all of their food, which is
Yeah.
us. So anything cybernetics fine.
It's kind of like the U.S. Instead of fixing this shit, let's just make a weapon.
I guess I need to go brush up on my lore. I did not know that. I thought
You
that was just
don't?
like I thought that was like a new just thing you were just living on, and
Yeah, just chilling.
yeah, you can tell
It is
I didn't
our-
figure Xbox for real.
It
For
is
real.
it is humanity's
I will
mantle.
say Halo lore goes off the rails by 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
Well, moving on to what I've been playing.
Go for it.
First, we were gonna make this a quick hit, but fuck it, we're gonna incorporate it into my thing. Apparently, Returnal is among the least finished games of 2021. A list compiled by the website How Long to Beat. Returnal was among the top 10 most retired games of 2021. Retired meaning people who dropped the game before finishing it. Returnal was at number 6. The top 3 consisted of 12 Minutes, Loop Hero, and The Ascent.
The Ascent's on there. Oh, that.
I randomly one night I didn't feel like playing Apex Legends because I mean it's a trio game and it sucks to like solo queue sometimes. I just booted up Returnal for whatever reason. And I never thought I was gonna go platinum this game just because of the nature of how roguelike games are. It's just pretty much random when you're gonna get certain things. And I got one of the scout logs that I had been spending like hours and
Ages
days
playing, yeah.
upon. Yeah, it just popped up off the random. So I'm like, well, this was the hardest thing I needed. Might as well try for the platinum.
Right?
And it probably took me another 2-3 days, maybe 4, to get like the rest of the stuff I needed. So yeah, I platinum Returnal, and I deleted it off my console because I feel whole now. Not that I
for your service. Get the fuck off my console.
Yeah. Not that I hated it. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like they added. I think a lot of people did not finish it because of the lack of a save mechanic. They were just like, fuck it, just put your console in suspend mode.
I don't think. I think a lot of people didn't finish it because of the rogue aspect of it.
The rogue aspect, and I see a lot of people complaining that it's just too hard, but it's a game that if you keep on playing, you get more powerful, you unlock more things for your guns. But it was threefold. It's a roguelike, it was hard, and then a lack of a save mechanic. Although apparently now you can save scum your way through the game because you can suspend a cycle and then upload your save to the cloud, and if you mess up, just download it.
The Bloodborne save scum.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that in Bloodborne.
No, that's literally how I beat the game. I got all 3 of its endings when I beat it. I got to the end of the game right before the game makes your choice. Yeah. I saved, uploaded my save, did the boss, downloaded my save, did it all over again. It was
I'm not playing this shit 3 times. So yeah, I platinumed that, and now I'm working on Spelunky 2, which is another roguelike game. I think the last time I was on the cast talking about it, I think I did the 10-minute challenge and the millionaire challenge and the no money challenge.
Yeah. I do remember the millionaire challenge.
What's left is to get to space, which I finally did last night.
How are you getting to space in this game? What?
I mean, okay, so it's weird.
What's the mechanic to get to space? Like,
technically, you're already in space because this is set on the moon, but I don't know. It's strange, all right?
Wait. Spelunky set on the moon?
The second one. But then they have different biomes because they have like a lava level, but they also have a jungle level in the moon.
Wait, hold up. Jordan, did you know that Spelunky 2 was set in the moon?
I was gonna ask that question, but you know what? I don't really care.
But then but the penultimate like biome, or the last biome that you get in there is called cosmic space or cosmic ocean. And there's a lot of shit to do to get there. It takes me about 45 minutes. I'm sure people could skip it, get to it in about 20, 30 minutes. But if you mess up at all, you start all over again. Mind you, it's based on whether or not you get good enough items to even get there to begin with.
Right.
So I finally did that, and the last thing I have to do now, which is a Easter egg from the first game, they call it an eggplant run. You buy this gift from the shop, and they have sacrifice altars. If you sacrifice the gift on the altar, it turns into an eggplant. You have to carry this eggplant from wherever you get it all the way to right before Cosmic Ocean.
Oh.
But if you drop it,
you get there?
you take it into some secret altar, and then you get into Eggplant World.
Eggplant World.
But if you drop it or you get hit in any way, it's very fragile.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't
I'm in my head. I'm trying to race to a the eggplant.
How does this even
joke.
work?
And I got nothing right now.
DJ, you're gross. But yeah, I'm working on Spelunky 2. Hopefully I can I love that game, but I'm gonna platinum it and retire that shit too, because it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Wait for the third one. Whenever that comes out.
I doubt it. I think it took him like a good 8-9 years to come out with this.
Yo, wow.
Because I'll look it up and get back to it. But Among Us came out as well for the PS4 and Xbox. And
not PS5? Is it PS5 gonna be the VR?
Yeah, I mean not the VR one.
Gotcha.
But okay, so initially when the prices were announced, they never announced that they were going to do a digital version only for $5. So I bought it, but I think a lot of other people thought that they were only going to have those 40, 60, and like $100 collector's edition boxes.
Yeah.
So nobody, everybody's like, "To hell with that! I'm not getting that." But then I saw it was available and it was only $5. Granted, it's crossplay.
Also on Game Pass.
It's also on Game Pass for however long they keep it on there. The issue is, actually, I think it might be easier for
based on this game's revenue model, it's probably going to be on Game Pass forever.
Jordan, do you have that chat pad? Is that still a thing? You know, the little keyboard thing that you attach to it?
I've seen it run around. Like they had it on the Xbox One controllers, and those are usually compatible with the Xbox Series X controllers. Gotcha.
So I never got it. I kept on getting voted out because they kept on saying I was sus because I was replying too slow. Because if you're not in a PlayStation only game, other PlayStation people, you have to type out your responses. Sean is sus. So I kept on getting voted out.
There isn't an in-game chat?
No.
Really?
They like, look at this man trying to come up with an excuse. He has to be the killer. Vote him out.
If the PC version of this game didn't have an in-game chat, like an actual voice VC, I doubt that the console version would.
I think they just assume that everybody's going to use Discord, but that doesn't work when you're just jumping in random lobbies. So I mean, I could connect a keyboard or some shit, Bluetooth keyboard, but that's a hassle.
You should have done like the golden rule of not me. Like I mean, it's like the last three people.
It wasn't me.
Not me. I called my character not me. Made it quicker.
Hilarious. Nah, I mean it's fun though. I played a couple games. I can't wait for all of us to play. We got to get up on that. Oh, by the way, Spelunky, the first one came out in 2008. Spelunky 2 came out in 2020. I have no hopes of seeing part 3.
You'll be dead.
Sean will play it in your absence.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she watches me play the game. She understands the mechanics.
Anita.
But yeah, played Among Us, whatever, and then I tried that ass version of Godfall that they gave us to the PlayStation Plus, the Challenger
The
version.
rental.
It's like, okay, what's the point of this
bad.
game if there's no progression, really?
Yeah.
Even if there was progression, this game it's just really, really pretty. That's about it. I don't feel any weight to the game or momentum. It's like there's no.
Yep.
It's a hallway, legit, just a hallway hack and slash, and it doesn't feel fun. And maybe it's because, granted, you can still die. You're at max level, but I mean, they scale everything accordingly.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, man.
Like they offered. Good.
Huh? Now I was just gonna say it's free. Try it. Maybe you may like it, but this ain't it.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, they offer different weapons and stuff, so you can kind of mix and match combos, but it doesn't feel as smooth as you would want it to feel, especially in a game where you are just primarily hacking and slashing. Like there's weird pauses, and yeah, it's just it's a very unique combat like mechanics, but it's unique in a way that, like, in order to really enjoy it, you have to dedicate yourself and dedicate some time in like learning how this particular game works. And there's not really any there's
What's
not
the point?
really it kind of is like, what's the point now when there's other games that you could definitely be playing? And it's there, you can't really pull in any other like learned experiences from other games into this game and like kind of use that to better learn this game. It's just you have to sit and learn how this game
Did you try it?
works. Yeah, I did. I played through that first mission where you fight that boss or whatever, and I got up to the hub area where you have all the different
I ain't even get that far, player.
okay, yeah.
I was like, yeah, this just ain't it. This nah. I have it on my system just maybe if somebody wants to play, but otherwise I have no. I may as well want to go play a point and click adventure, other than fucking Godfall.
The last thing I wanted to do for that game was to just like watch a YouTube video of like, I guess, pro level playing and see like what's the possibility or what's the potential of this game in terms of for a person who is really good at playing this game and doing the combos and stuff, and seeing like what that looks like and seeing if that's just interesting at all. But
nah.
Yep. All right. Well, that has been the things we have been playing before we jump into our next section, which we get into the gaming news. We have a word from our sponsors. It's us.
No, Santa Claus's Workshop.
Oh,
24/7 quality.
Yeah, it's the sponsor is myself because I killed Santa Claus. That's right, I did it. Yeah.
It's a curse. It's like a Highlander situation.
Turns out all of his little elves and stuff, they were black children, guys. I liberated all of them.
I'm gonna nip this in the bud right now.
Yeah. You should thank me. Merry Christmas. Well, that has been our cast, y'all. Bang bang.
I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this call. I'm leaving this call.
This has been another episode of Press X Start Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making this episode. Yo. In case you missed any of this, you can find all details and more at pressxtostarttv.com. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell, because when you do those three things, you a G.
Okay, so DJ, the explanation of how they describe Frey, that's exactly what you did when you thought of how do I make this sound black. So I need to talk to you about the authenticity of your writing right now.
We need real, authentic black people on Press X to start.
Well, since we're about to get to the holiday, I gotta let you guys know that this is all just food coloring.
Oh, so blackface.
Yeah. Hey man, Rachel Delaville ran so Amy Pascal could fly with that haircut.
All right. You guys, you guys, you gals, you peoples, you be safe. You enjoy the holidays, and you have a great time with your family, your friends, your game consoles, and you make sure you stick here and you watch some more stuff that we do, because that's the thing that you should do. We're gonna be doing some. We're gonna have a video out in between the Christmas and New Year's break, so you check that out. But take care. Wash your hands and be safe.
I'm gonna go watch The Witcher.
Ta-da-da-da.